Hello, everybody. It's Final Rich here with the 10 best albums from 1980. And we're going to start off with the Psychedelic Furs debut. Fantastic album. This band, man, I was fortunate enough to see them at the Whiskey A Go Go, first time in LA, and they were really good, man. I don't know, there was just something about them. It's like, man, this is a special band here. Them and Echo and the Bunnymen, I really dug that sound, that, I don't know, that wave of bands, The Cure. This is their debut. I haven't heard Echo and the Bunnymen past their 5 albums. Their first 4 are my favorite. Their second is my absolute favorite, but this is probably my second. Starts off with India and then the great song Sister Europe. Different song than the UK version, which is kind of unfortunate. I think this one's better, but there is one song on the UK version that, man, if they would have put that on here and taken out, I can't remember which one. But anyways, my number 10, Echo and the Bunnymen. Number 9, Joy Division with Closer, or as some people call Closer. Their second album. I think it came out right after Ian killed himself, or I don't know. I'm not a historian. I just listen to the shit. I don't think it's as good as their first, but it is a really good album. I think the starting track is not the strongest track to have started this album with, but yeah, it continues in the same vein, and it's fantastic, dude. Number 8, The Pretenders, their debut. Now, I got a lot of comments that I should have included this. Why wasn't this included in my 79? And if I'm not mistaken, I wasn't aware of this at the time, but I guess the Clash album, London Calling, was released in England in 79, but in the US in January of 80. And I think it was the same thing with this. The Clash made my 79 list. This one makes my 80 list. So they're both included, but who knows why I put one in one and the other in the other. But it's just the way I remember them coming out, you know. I'm not an encyclopedia of music history. I just listen to the shit, you know. But yeah, this is a really good album. It has a couple of wakers. But man, that song, The Wait, man, when first time I heard that, I was like, oh my God, it's good, you know. Stop Your Sobbing. And even Brass and Pocket, you know, it was the single. And for me, it's one of the weaker songs on the album, you know. Number 7, Prince, Dirty Mind. Fantastic album. I saw Prince open for the Rolling Stones at the LA Coliseum. You know, this was the current album that he had out. I thought it was a great album then, and I thought he was great live. I saw Prince twice live, and both times great. You know, saw him on this, and then I don't know, it was Prince and the Revolution. I don't know if it was, I can't remember. It was a few years after this. But anyways, he got booed off the stage. I mean, shit was flying. And finally, the gal that plays keyboards got hit in the head with what appeared to be a shoe, and that was it. They walked off. But, I mean, he came prancing out with this same getup. Yeah, with a trench coat and black bikini underwear, you know. The crowd was not ready for that. And, yeah, I thought they were probably the second best band out of the bunch. You had Jay Giles' band played. And then I was sitting there with my girlfriend, and I go, hey, listen to that song. I go, that sounds like Prince, if you listen to the music. You know, it was... And then George Thorogood, okay, maybe he was second. I don't know. It was a good concert. But to this album, this is my favorite Prince album by far. I had a few Prince albums, like maybe 5 or 6. I got rid of almost all of them. I think I only have 2 left. I'm not going to listen to them, you know. But this one, the songs are so, it's just a really good songs, really rocking, funky rock. His voice, that's my issue with Prince, is his vocals. They're kind of annoying at times, and I don't know why he insists on doing that high, that falsetto voice, because he had a really good voice, because there's other songs where he sings normal, and it's like, dude, what are you fucking doing, you know? But yeah, this is a great song, dude. I mean, it starts out with Dirty Mind, and it really doesn't let up all the way until Party Up. Someone's knocking at the door. This is number 6, The Cramps. Their debut came out in 1980. Songs the Lord Taught Us. Fantastic album. This also has a wanker or two on there. I don't know. It has a couple of songs that aren't quite up, par with the rest. But yeah, this is a great band. I wasn't really impressed with this band, just listening to them. I didn't really get them until I saw them. And I believe it was in 79 when I saw them. The end of 79 or the January, February of 80. No, it was 79, definitely, yeah. Because my first daughter was not born yet. And I couldn't believe them, dude. And I believe the opening song was TV Set. And they come out and they all had a lot of charisma, but you couldn't keep your eyes off of the singer, dude. Lux Interior, blanked out there. I mean, he was a trip. But what really caught my ear is when they, I don't know, a minute or so into the song, Brian Gregory does this guitar solo, and I've never heard a guitar solo like it ever before at this point. It was just feedback and I'm listening to this, and I go, holy crap, these guys are fantastic. And I became an instant fan. The reason I went to the gig is because my neighbor wanted to go see him. But yeah, great album, dude. Their debut came out in 1980, produced by Alex Chilton. This album was ready to be released in 1979, the summer of 79, I believe. And Alex Chilton just kept postponing it, and I don't know, redoing the tracks, and I don't know. It was pretty frustrating for the band, I think, because the album, it was recorded for like over a year, or at least a year before it was actually released. Number 5, top 5. Dead Kennedys, Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. Now, this album, I played a lot when it came out. This is the first press, U.S. first press. It actually came out in 79, I believe, in the UK with a black cover before it was released in the U.S. But yeah, it's just got one good song after another. This has Police Truck on it, and I don't think the UK version has Police Truck on it, which is kind of unfortunate. The Chemical Warfare, I don't know. Chemical Warfare, I think it's the weakest song on the album, actually. Some people love it, but yeah. Stealing people's mail. Let's lynch the landlord. Kill the poor. And of course, you got Holiday in Cambodia. California Uber Alles. It's great, dude. Great album, man. Number 5. Number 4. What punk album could actually be better than that? Well, I don't know if it's better, but I like it more. And this is my list. Number 4, the debut by X. Their first 3 albums are great. They only have one album that I really don't like, but I think this is their best. Maybe the third one is their second best. The second one I like, but not as much as this. This is maybe the most listened to album that I had in, that year, 1980. And it doesn't have a bad song on it. It starts off with Your Phone's Off the Hook, but You're Not. What a explosion of a way to start an album. Ray Manzarek plays organ, produced it, and really, really did a good job. And right here, Billy Zoom. I kind of looked like that back then. And somebody in the whiskey actually asked for my autograph. He goes, hey, dude, hey, can I have your autograph? And I go, huh? Yeah, you're the guitar player for X or what? And I go, no, I'm sorry, dude, it's not me. And he goes, I understand. And I go, no, dude, really? I'm not the guitar player for X. But he kind of thought I was blowing him up. And I go, okay, sure. So I gave this guy a Billy Zoom autograph, Somewhere in the world, this guy thinks he has a Billy Zoom autograph, and it's actually Vinyl Richie, But yeah, great song. Great album, dude. Number 3 was a band that this album surprised, I think, a lot of the diehard old fans. Maybe some didn't like it. But this is the album where they blew up in the U.S., and it's AC/DC, Back in Black. 79 was the last album that Bon Scott was on. He passed away. And usually when you have a iconic singer like that, the band's kind of doomed. Brian Johnson came in, and I don't think he's as good a singer, but it's a good album, dude. And he did a really good job. And what puts it this high on the list is the songs are actually really good songs, dude. Back in Black, Hell's Bells, Shoot the Thrill, Give Him the Dog a Bone. Holy mackerel, those first 4 songs are fantastic, dude. You Shook Me All Night Long. And it closes with Have a Drink on Me. Just a fantastic album. And kudos to them, man. Continuing, Number 2. If I was doing favorites, this might be my favorite. See, that's the thing about the difference between favorites and best. If I was doing my 10 best, Cockney Rejects Greatest Hits Volume 1, Cockney Rejects Greatest Hits Volume 2 would be included. But if I have to be really honest, it's not one of the top 10 best, But anyways, this might be my favorite album of the year. Bauhaus. In a Flat Field, is it? Whatever, Yeah. In the Flat Field. Just a fantastic goth. This kind of crystallized what goth is. It's got a little Willie on the cover. But yeah, just a fantastic album. And Peter Murphy. I guess it was a little bit after this when Peter Murphy left the band. And I read a review of one of his albums, and the reviewer said, oh, he's just, imitating Bowie. And I was thinking, holy crap, I wish Bowie was making albums this good in 1980. You know what I mean? Come on, get out of here. And the best album, I think, 1980 is Judas Priest. Just a fantastic headbanger, dude. British Steel. Somebody recently showed this on the creepy album covers. I go, huh? And then when I looked at the fingers, it's, holy crap, man, that is kind of weird. And I guess there is a reissue where there's blood coming down. But anyways, this album kind of solidified the sound of heavy metal. I mean, there were inklings of it in the 70s. But when people talk about, heavy metal, this is the sound they're talking about. And I know the heavy metal broke off into doom and all these wanker ones like Death and whatever. But yeah, this is a great album, dude. Some people think it's simple-minded. It isn't their best. They like their earlier stuff. I kind of disagree, dude. I think they were the top of their game right here. And it starts off with breaking the law, breaking the law. My kids knew Judas Priest because of Beavis and Butthead, And yeah, this is a really nice cover. And I thought I would show this one because the VC ambassador, he wants you to show ring wear. And I got this version of this album, or this copy, and it has ring wear. But the reason I got this one is because it is a promo copy. And I bought this a couple of years ago. And it's even a white label promo. And it's in really good shape, even though the cover's thrashed. Anyways, that's my top 10. Take care, everybody. Happy holidays. The holiday season is upon us. They haven't canceled Thanksgiving yet.